and I cannot lie.
We
You're
are
the voice
live.
cannot deny. Hey, somebody's got to listen to that.
I usually lose subs when I actually go live
Hello,
like
how
this all
y'all
the
doing?
daggone time.
They're like, Tico,
Too
you're
many damn
blowing up my,
lives.
you're blowing up my live feed. I'm unsubbing. Not
Yeah,
enough
literally they do.
violence.
Literally people do all the time.
Well, it's better than making a 9-hour video.
Damn right.
No, because if you make like my sweet spot is 2 videos a day. If I go over
Yeah.
2 videos a day, then people start throwing fits.
My,
And because my live streams take 16 hours to upload, I'm over my two hour a day limit now already. 2 videos a day.
Yeah, I know. Must be frustrating when you're like on YouTube shitless, but they can't. But you're inevitable like that. Like,
Yeah. Well, the sad
I
part
always
about
had
it
to
is I'm
wrestle
not
with
under
that.
shit.
It's like,
It's just my live streams are always on their damn radar. Like, I'm sorry. You can't tell me that you need to process my live stream when it's only like a couple hours when you let, what's his name's fucking live stream go up after 9 hours in a matter of hours.
no, I know it's ridiculous because
Or like I watch
because
everybody else's
more,
live streams, they're right up. I do a
but just
30
because
minute
more
I do a
people
30
watch
minute
it during
podcast, it takes like 16 hours.
and it doesn't make sense because the more people that watch it during it, the less people are going to probably go back and watch it. Like it loses its replay value
It sure enough
because
does.
it's all drama and no substance. I say that respectfully, but I mean, I also say that disrespectfully because if you're just sitting around complaining all the goddamn time about really nothing because you basically get everything done with and over by being all black pill and nihilistic, but then you want to sit around for 9 hours and just start trash talking people.
Yeah, true.
And that's something, but you got to realize too, that's YouTube's that's been YouTube's calling card since the beginning. Like everybody always sits and just like the whole, even just like watching a video and pausing it to get the facial expressions. That's been around since before, like since the beginning, before all the MiGTOW shit. But now we just are using that against the to go against the status quo and like make people sound really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, still. That being said, it's like that doesn't mean that you get to act stupid or you that you are stupid if you do that. You're just like engaging in stupid behavior. And so,
Oh no,
I
you're
mean, there's
stupid
always
if you do that. I'm sorry, you're dumb as hell when you do that shit.
yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're dumb as hell when you do that shit. For acting, because you're basically acting like a big ass bitch, basically, when you do stupid shit like that.
Oh, definitely. And it's just like it doesn't make sense if you defend the way that like what you believe by by trashing somebody else instead of just like arguing your main points and then letting that resonate with people instead of the insults resonating with people, which is just sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. That is super sad.
It's actually no, it's not sad. It's pathetic. It's damn pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which is what I mean to me. If you gotta make your bottom line by insulting people, don't be surprised when somebody else does it back.
Yeah.
Or
offended. Don't be offended.
Or don't be offended when they do it back. Not only they do it back,
you can be surprised because most people have no spine, so most people aren't going to respond. But whenever somebody responds back, I mean, yeah, that is shocking. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't believe somebody would respond back to me.
If I punch the wall and I'm not gonna be surprised when my hand is broken. If I repeatedly punch that steel beam over there, what do I think is gonna happen? My hand's gonna magically go through it? Right. Yeah, it's magic, isn't it?
Pretty much.
I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect people to do when you attack them? They're either gonna lay down on you, let you die, Let them
people-
they lay down and let you kill them.
And now,
Or they gonna
now
fight
you got
back.
people using movie magic to basically manipulate the conversation. Like,
Oh, that's my favorite. My favorite are the photo and sound shop warriors. Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
like
They
they
will
make
put-
it they make a text seem like it came from you, when it
Right.
really didn't.
They are so amazing. They are so great editors. In fact,
Yeah.
they impress me. They thoroughly impress me because they will put words in your mouth you didn't say.
No, yeah, totally. And then, like,
Yeah,
it's more sad when they don't know better, but when they flat out lie, you're right, it is pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, they put words in your mouth that you didn't even say. You know,
Mhm.
they're good at it. That's the only thing they have. It's the only thing they have to make a point is their editing. That's the only thing they got. Editing, Photoshop, fact posting. That's the only thing they have.
Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of editing or editors. Although I am an editor for a server.
Screw you, Yam.
Now that I think about
I'm
it,
an editor. I'm not a fan of editors.
You don't
They
use
keep
your
chopping
editing
in the neck.
capabilities to put words in people's mouths that they didn't say. Yeah, but you don't use your editing.
Actually,
you don't-
Tico's the
Hey,
one
look.
who showed me how to do the that avatar lip moving thing, the one you did for my
Yeah.
one. He can put words in people's mouths. See,
I do it all the time. Shit.
he does it all the time.
yeah, he basically like turned that shit around on you. That's funny.
See, he's
Yeah, but for the most part, what you did when you use your editing skills,
Yeah.
actually your son really did it. He used his editing skills to expose somebody,
Yeah, but it's still editing though.
right? But it was used to expose somebody, not put words in somebody's mouth.
Well, that was me that did the Indian lady thing. Not one. I did the editing for that one, but he did the rest of it.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I just get, that's when this stuff doesn't really become fun anymore, is when you start editing and making it just like tedious. And it's like, why even do it if you're going to spend most of the time just like cropping and doing, and basically like thinking about how you want something to go. And it's like, in my position, it just wouldn't be worth my time. But just personally, it just wouldn't be worth my time.
In
But
my
at the same
position, I
time-
don't
was
have
going
the
to shit
time.
about us leaving. Now all of a sudden he ain't back yet. What type of shit is this?
It is some shit, isn't it?
Come on,
Come on,
son.
Yeah, because Psychesoap's another editor.
Well, he's
Yeah,
supposed to
you need some more help on this panel right now. You got a lot of
He's supposed to be editing
candid-
a video right now.
Where's he got a lot of angry editors?
What
Yeah,
if
I know,
you-
right?
Yeah, you need some
Who
editor
hurt you?
support. Who hurt
There he goes. He
editors?
finally showed up.
There he is.
back!
I will never call back. If I hang up, I mean it. Yeah, I've been listening to music, and it's like I have my red pill ears on. Is it me, or is like some of the lyrics that are coming out like kind of like they seem like they're like
They're
copped,
crap.
they copped a little bit of the knowledge, but it's like Big L, like when you used to listen to like underground rap. A lot of the stuff they actually talked about was like really black pilled.
What you know about Big L, bruh? Boy, that's from
Yeah,
my era. My time.
I don't mean to
like
name
that,
drop.
bro.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not really a huge music buff.
What you know about? Or that shit nowadays though. Do, re, mi, fa, so fucking done with you, girl. That shit was the shit. I was like, God damn. I was like, that's brutal.
Like, and then a
So,
girl asked me like, "Do you like that song that I was listening to? That had some red pill lyrics. So if a guy's talking about leaving or ignoring the girl in a song, is that red pill, or is he trying to pull her and emotionally manipulate her into coming back?
Well, yo,
Like, is that PUA still?
But check it. If the female was to use the same type of damn lyrics, it's fucking empowering. It's empowering. You know, like what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck out of here.
I was thinking about that while I was listening. I was like, wait, this dude sounds really jaded, but like, if it was a woman, everybody would be like, oh, it's good that you like that music, but since I like this one, it means it hurts.
Yeah. Don't rape me. I'm so fucking done with you, girl. Dun, 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 dun. Bitch. Yeah, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's Psychesoap, baby. Yeah.
If we have to listen to something that's like as lyrical and as like poppy as hip hop, we might as well have lyrics that are more in line with our values. Because I mean, unless somebody wants to come out with a classical piece of music, now in today's age, that's going to be that popular. Like, I don't think that we're going to ever change. It's just going to get more and more, the music's just going to get more and more like hip-hop-y.
Well, I grew up in an era, man, you know. I've seen the 80s, all right? 40, right? I've seen the 80s. I've seen how the shit started. I've seen how the shit ended up in the middle, where, you know, there was that conscious, more or less, you know, nowadays, you know, we call them simps in a motherfucker, pro-wax simps and shit, like my man Line of MiGTOW say. And then we got some of the, we had the gangster shit, you know, NWA, Ice-T, you know, Too Short and all that. And then it went into hyperdrive in the fucking 90s, right? Same shit, but it went into hyperdrive.
Eminem, D12.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that, you know, a lot of them, you know, what fucks me up is that the same people that, you know, that
More
are
drugs.
tripping off, drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfucker, you started this shit. You know what I'm saying? You started this shit. You made it a norm. You didn't think they were listening to you back in the day?
That's what I was talking about, the emotional manipulating, the backpedaling. You notice in music nowadays, it's like they want to piss people off, but then they're like right back looking for an award from them. And then when they don't get one, they're like, let's boycott the show.
What up, Double I? What's happening?
They ain't basically doing nothing that's new in the music industry.
What up, Yam? What's happening? We'll talk about Frankie Beverly later.
I've just been thinking a lot about that because I don't really have like a studio set up. So the only really thing I do musical is I play on my guitar, I sing, and then I have like a beat pad and stuff that I like to mess around on. Like once I get my studio set up, I'll be trying to make weird like experimental stuff for Double I's channel. And I'll probably get like a synthesizer and stuff to be able to like do chord progressions, because that's mainly the only drawback that I have to like my setup now. But then I was just thinking about the whole SoundCloud rap era and how people were just making music to really like that benefits them. And I was like, that's pretty. I mean, without the outside influences, that's pretty red pilled right there, because it's just like noticing all the bullshit and putting it into song. And like one of the artists I actually like look up to before he passed was XXXTentacion. Even though he did some really dumb shit, like I kind of see him as like Tupac in a later era, much younger.
I'm kicking you off the stream for saying that shit. Bye, Yam.
Wow.
Yeah. I would attribute that more, my friend, to Nipsey Hussle. I would attribute that more to Nipsey Hussle.
So you know,
I don't really like him, but yeah.
Time out, you youngins. So,
what you mean, you youngins? I'm past 40.
Like I said, I'm not really a music.
Past what?
I'm not really a music buff, so I don't really look at it with like that much of emotional attachment. I just look at it for like where it is in the point in time, its impact on people. Well, because to be honest, X had a much larger impact on younger people nowadays than Tupac will have on them, because nobody is there to teach Tupac. It's all about SoundCloud and Instagram and Snapchat and stuff. And it's like, if you want to complain and say we're gonna go back to the original ways of doing it, and then like that's what I'm here to listen to. Like, yeah, for sure, proceed to change my mind.
No, that's not.
No, the ideal environment would be that type of the music that we had back then, but the technology that
we're actually live right now. So what do you mean before we go on? We're actually live. We've been live for the last several minutes.
Before we go on further, I'm saying Psychesoap. You said, what do you mean, youngin? You're over 43. Did you say over 42?
I'm over 40.
It's an old dick measuring contest.
Right.
Here we go.
I'm not that much of a youngin with the music. I'm too old for MTV. You know what I'm saying? No, excuse me. I'm too old for MTV, but too young for motherfucking Nick at Night. You know what it is.
Gotcha. Okay.
I love it.
So take it from somebody who watched the first video on MTV.
Word, you know what I'm saying? What was that? Shit, was it Talking Heads? The fucking no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Ooh, I love Talking Heads.
Video killed the radio star.
Yeah, Video killed the radio star. Yep. Yeah, it was the very first video.
That was it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So
the hypothesis of that song is wrong. It is.
But before we go,
that was a dick. I'd play porn in the background behind her photos.
Whose photos, bro?
Our photos in the live stream. There'd be porn running behind it. I could do that.
Oh, okay.
Before you can say all those red pill lyrics that were thrown at you in your generation, there were generations before that relied completely on radio. Before even MTV. Yeah. Your generations were capable of visualizing. There were people that did not, so we latched on to certain words, and so therefore words mattered to us more than visual. And in that time, you had to use your imagination. So, when you heard red pill lyrics, they may not have made complete sense to you because these guys are using figurative words that, may have jostled minds of the younger generation or younger crowd, but mean something to the older crowd.
Double I and the weekly top 40.
Because it can't affect everyone the same way. It's gonna affect somebody who hasn't experienced it a different way than somebody who has. And what I hear nowadays is like a lot of people, yeah, sure, they are basically following the pack, but then you have a lot of people who are reflecting on like their accomplishments and then like what that means and how they need to focus on themselves more. And so they're kind of like torn basically. And so I just see that as being different because like I compare it to like the songs in the past where like Biggie had a song where he's talking about killing himself and like you get notes of that in the music of today, but like no one's really actually nihilistic. They're all like
they are. They're talking about taking Molly and popping Xannies and shit. If that ain't the most nihilistic shit I've ever heard. Oh yeah, and don't forget the syrup.
Oh, scissor. I remember that one.
Hey, but that's all part.
Like, I don't know. It does promote it, but like those, it's kind of like when they were promoting. Like not every rapper was in a gang shooting people up back in the day.
Yeah, they were. Bro.
Yeah, most of them, all of them were for the most part.
There was an actual CD called "Banging on Wax" by who?
Crips and Bloods.
Just because it's out in the open now does not mean it did not happen already in the past.
It's happened before, man.
Yeah, man. All this shit is repeating.
I remember that. I remember the old sipping.
I don't know how you feel. Go ahead, Win. But I gotta.
When he said it, when he said syrup, I remember when people used to wear a song "Sipping on Some Scissor."
But before even
no, I'm not talking about that. That was tame compared to the shit that they're doing now.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
You got motherfuckers talking about Shroomies keep me up. I ain't got no worries and shit. Come on now. Or my favorite is
couple girls, couple stories.
Percocets. Molly's Percocets. Come on now.
Couple girls, couple stories, and a couple shrooms. Sucking nude or sucking boobs. Now I'm seeing double. Yeah,
That right there, they
that's
took
the
it from.
vibe.
They
But
took
that's the
that shit
vibe.
from Eminem, though. You know what I'm saying? They said the
Yeah,
shrooms
but you
gotta
can't
leave.
but
Whoa!
because the thing,
Same
everybody who
shit.
makes a song after Eminem is gonna try to be like the best rapper ever, and that's because that's the vibe. It's like I want to be the best rapper ever, so I'm gonna say stuff that's outrageous that puts me in a class on my own. So then everybody's in a class on their own, even though they're all copying off of one artist, and that's like the landscape that we are in now, that we're in today.
Because they have no creativity.
Like you'll never see a rap group in 2020.
Oh yeah, you got a point there because I grew up in that era where there were nothing but rap groups and nothing but singles, mind you, and 12 inches, and videos, but not so much
Sugar Hill Gang? Are
albums.
they talking?
They started moving into albums. And I don't mean just the Sugar Hill Gang, man. I mean moving off
Sugar
into
Hill
the
Gang.
late 80s.
Fantastic Five,
Now I ain't double I
Fantastic.
old, goddamn.
Funkmaster Flex.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Shots fired.
That's right. Shots fired.
Yeah, Grandmaster Flash. Sorry, not Funk Flex.
Okay,
That's on
fuck.
radio.
I know.
Hey, but back then, even with Grandmaster Flash, they talked about drugs, white lines, and that was sung by what? Duran Duran and motherfucking Grandmaster Flash and them. But they wouldn't credit Duran Duran because they would have got in trouble for it.
Who amongst us has gone through high school?
Me.
Same here.
All of us, right? All of us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to read literature in English class, right?
Yeah.
Oh, remember when they were talking about opium and poppy seeds and milk and poppy and all that kind of shit?
Even back before Alice in Wonderland, bro.
Back then, yes. So, you know, this shit has been around. The red pill has been around in art, in music, and video, and film.
Shit.
Right. So look at today's, topics. Look at in today's trends, right? So something that can absolutely relate to somebody in today's age, right? Anybody of age in today's day. So I'm not trying to, give props to any shows or anything on this show, but if you guys check out, this new series that I, took a look at, first few episodes on Netflix because I'm bored out of my fucking mind sometimes. And so it's called Upload. I don't know if it's on Netflix or something else. I don't give a shit. Whatever it's on, go check it out for like first 3 episodes if you want to see Red Pill at its best, right? So essentially, this guy, whoever the creator of the show, had to have Red Pill in mind because there's so much wokeness, right from the beginning. Like, I'm going to ruin it if anybody doesn't care. No one cares, right?
Go ahead.
Damn, Tico.
What?
Yeah, right?
Go ahead.
I was saying go ahead. What the hell? Why you throw me under the bus for saying go ahead?
Wake up.
So wake up. Somebody's snoring.
Bro.
I'm awake.
Yeah, I'm
Somebody
fell
was
out.
snoring.
Why
So
you
anyway,
fall out?
He
going
probably
back
was
to-
snoring.
Fuck. All right, what up, Double I? Go ahead.
Bring it Snorri back, yeah. It's okay, we'll deal with it. So anyway, as I was saying, so this movie called show called Upload. The premise is before you die, you upload the contents of your brain, your intelligence, including supposedly your instinctual intelligence, essentially everything you are cloned into the digital world. So you're being uploaded into a computer of some sort, right? So they're trying to come up with a way to download you into, a body, either your old body or a new one or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. So anyway, that's the whole premise of the show. So this guy, he dies in a car crash of questionable, contact. So they don't know how he died. I'm sorry, how the car crash occurred. And it was basically brushed off, and he ends up being uploaded kind of forcefully. So once he gets uploaded, he realizes he's now in the control of this woman she owns him. So in a sense, let's talk about marriage. Like when you get married, you're in an ownership style situation. You're being owned by the person, if you're in a wrong type of relationship, by your woman. And if you live in the streets, shit, man, the laws are against you. And in that case, if she wanted to exercise any of those laws, you're done. Please argue me if you think you can hold the argument. But, this is the type of red pill that just is being shown on this show. And
Yeah. It's
I
being
think
cast
it's
in the
worth
area.
it's worth checking it out.
Well, I think that's an interesting TV show, and the audience is very important. That TV show be cast to in the living room of a house somewhere in the suburbs or whatever. But what that does is it's cast around the world. It's free internet. It's international. But I mean Netflix. Most of the people that are watching it on Netflix would be, like the one I described.
I don't know if it's on Netflix. It's on one of the casting networks. I don't know what it's on. I don't know.
HBO Go, Stars.
Like I said, I'm not going to endorse them. So,
right.
That's not important. What's important is, some of the scenes that you would see in there, like take for instance, the one of the main characters. She's the operator that's controlling the mechanism, that's controlling the program that's running your brain. So, like a help desk person, essentially. So this lady or this girl lives in a shoebox apartment, literally the size of the person's bathroom that she's helping in the game or in the fake world or the upload world. And she basically uses some app very similar to Tinder, which is called Nightly or something like that. And essentially you make a match, and for the night that person comes over your place to sleep, and you fuck them or whatever. It's just disgusting. But it opens up like reality. Like this is actually going on now. This is actually going on, and they're normalizing it. They're normalizing it. Think about that.
Well, they got to normalize it, or else you wouldn't want to watch it. For how long is the episode?
I think they're like an hour, 45 minutes or something.
So to get you to sit down for 45 minutes.
Oh, fuck no.
They got to make this.
I made it to like the second or third episode because, I was forced to watch it.
And it says the time that I stopped watching television. I think it was like my total accumulated times like I think maybe like 10 hours, maybe 11, right? Ish, in estimation. And most of that is like me being forced to watch something that I really don't care about, or something that deals with forged in fire, or something to that nature. Other than that, other than forged in fire, I won't watch television.
Yo, who is eating?
I'm walking.
I'm drinking water.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
If I stop walking, it just sounds like somebody's crunching.
Yeah.
Pick your damn feet up.
Oh, okay.
Pick your damn feet up.
You're walking wrong, boy.
All right,
my shit wrong too. I just learned.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that.
Dude. I'll get over it. But you were saying when?
For the most part, I was pretty much told you, hey, come here to see this. Hey, when you gotta come see this. You gotta come see this. And like I have no desire to watch television. Now, it is to the point where I've actually blocked news channels because I don't want to see their shit. You know?
Hell no.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel the same
no.
as Wayne. I basically feel the exact same as Wayne.
I've
I
blocked
mean, yeah.
CNN. I've blocked the BBC because
Haven't
in
watched
World
it.
War II, the BBC was originally used to get information, like the past information. Now there's something else.
Wokeness on a UK scale, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah,
But shit, the BBC has been authoritarian. I mean, even back then in its heyday.
Right? But it passed vital information on.
Dude, think about that. British broadcasting system, right?
But I mean, back then, the
British.
UK,
It's owned by the
and
state.
Europe was a whole different mindset.
Just like
Back
PBS
then.
here, or any other news channel state-owned, they're
Right.
going to push their narrative, right? BBS is no different, or
Look at
BBC
Sesame
is no
Street.
different.
Look at Sesame Street. Look at this show that I used to watch as a kid, Arthur.
Oh yeah, and Mr. Rogers.
CW.
Mr.
so
Rogers
many-
wasn't so much into that. He was more into like factory workers or production or like machinery, and like he wasn't into this woke stuff, you know.
Right.
Well, there
you
wasn't
didn't-
so much an agenda.
You
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
head into
Yeah.
some of his
Yeah.
puppet shows. I'm telling
Of
you.
the cartoons.
He
Yeah.
left
He
the
dropped a few
planet.
things.
Look,
Weird.
You had to
Mr.
look
Rogers-
very closely when Mr. Rogers wanted to wake
Mr.
your ass
Rogers
up.
left the planet before they could try to get him woke. You know,
True. Yeah, true.
he left the planet long before they could get him to wake up, to be woke, to push his woke narrative. And to be honest with you, I think he wouldn't try for it. You know, it would. To be honest, he stopped making television shows. So he stopped making television shows because he did not want to push something he did not believe in.
Yeah.
I think that's my hypothesis.
Maybe
Yeah,
on a
I would say
basic
that-
level.
That's good that it didn't get him too early. Because
But
if
for
he
these
got,
other
he would have
people-
been got too early, he probably wouldn't have turned out the way he did.
Yeah, but for these other people, you can a twist of an arm, a mugging at gunpoint, and a suitcase full of cash. You will get them to do backflips that they didn't think they could do.
Mm-hmm.
Twist of the arm, little extortions, little freaking extortion here, little.
Let me help you pull this nail off your body. You don't.
Right. Little quid pro quo there, little blackmail
Snip,
here.
snip.
You can get anybody
Grease
to
Palms up a little bit. Yeah, grease the palms.
You don't need nuts.
I want you to sing me a high note, but I got this dirt that may or may not exist on you. If you hit this high note, this dirt won't get to the public.
Yeah.
Sing like a
You know?
canary. Sing like a canary, motherfucker.
Sing like a canary. Sing like any type of songbird. You gonna be singing like a songbird in no time. In fact, while you're at it, why don't you just pull your pants down and bend over and grab your ankles?
Say the alphabet backwards, why don't you?
Say the alphabet backwards, and if you can make it before you can make it while I'm hitting your while they're hitting your prostate, before you finally end up confused about who you are, they'll stop.
Shit. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, man, true story. Shit. The only damn thing, the two main stories that keep coming through to my shit is what states are trying to do to open back up, and then this thing in Georgia where the black guy was in the empty house or whatever the fuck y'all was talking about the other day. And I was like, oh,
Uh,
what the hell, man?
What it
Here we
is
go
that
again.
he didn't get the
That was
right
a
he
great
did
piece of shit.
that person he didn't get the right owner operator. He
No
didn't get the
shit.
right owner operator. The right owner operator would see that as his life is in danger, and his car and him and with him in it would be crushed.
The off topic, but kind of on topic. Speaking of
mhm.
owner operators, I've seen a great Sam Peckinpah movie made back in 1978 with Chris Christopherson as the motherfucking lead called Convoy. Damn, that motherfucker was dope. Because man, it had this dirty ass sheriff that was trying to get Chris Christopherson's character caught up in some trumped up shit, especially the black fella that was with him, and then you know toward like the middle of it, he had started this fucking large ass convoy of semis, trying to get across the state to Mexico. Great shit though. It was based on a country song. I was like, yeah, I instantly thought of you, Hammer, and Quiet Earth when I saw that shit. I was like, which one of these dudes are gonna end up doing that shit this year? You know what I'm saying? But
That's funny.
yeah, made me think about the supply chain a little bit in this world. Very important, highly important, and you know what? It is, I would like to say a male space right now that yeah, here and there it is, in jeopardy as the workforce starts to open. But shit, not even some of these females want to get into it that long, even if they done had their kids and then they gone and grown. They don't even want to do it.
Now the
I've seen
thing,
them try.
now the thing is where trucking is a male space. The thing is, trucking. The thing is, even if trucking industry is a male space,
It is. I mean, it was originally a male space, wasn't it?
I mean, even if it gets invaded,
I mean, if it already is.
I think it already is because you already have dispatch. Dispatch is like primarily like a female position. I guess in like the high end establishments here, they always run the dispatch because the guys don't want to do it.
But the truck itself is going to be a male space.
No. You know how many women are driving nowadays?
Yes.
I've seen
No,
it
didn't they
myself,
find that
too.
truck with a
There
bunch
are
of women in
women-
it in
they're
UK?
in-
Like
they're in
the Lord
their
of the
truck.
7 girls in it. That seems like a female space.
But they are in their truck. They are in their truck.
Those are sardines.
They're not. Oh, God damn
Yeah,
it.
you got a point there.
But they are in their truck. I have a choice as a driver if I decide to train a female or not. I have a choice as a driver to train a female, to allow a female into my truck to train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that lean in movement is kind of ridiculous.
What was that shit? The mentoring shit?
Yeah. It was the one girl who's the CEO of Facebook, or one of the chairs of Facebook. She always makes statements whenever men are like, "Where have all the real men gone?" Circles around in the mainstream and the MSM. And so like she always comes out with like something. So she said because men aren't really doing something in the workplace to train women, that we need to start a lean in movement. So that's why you see all these weird TV shows nowadays where it's like in an office setting and then the woman's like, it's all your fault. Because that's like literally what they're trying to push is their agenda.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, when I had seen the show Black Monday, and this has Don Cheadle as the lead character, his eyes like
Don
to say so.
Cheadle.
And he plays a stockbroker. You know what I'm saying? But they got Regina King's character. You know, the bitch that thinks she's funny on Scary Movie, but I still plop a dick on her face like every now and then. But yeah, they got her just moving in on roles and shit like that. You know, I mean,
Right.
so it was that, and it was, you know, toward the end they were pushing woke narratives. I started seeing this Me Too shit getting snuck in the if the if the whole show started, let's just say 5 years ago, and it's still running, they snuck in a Me Too fucking element in the last couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying, or the last season you saw. And I feel for brothers that don't want to watch the TV out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hulu has TV on
Fuck,
lock, whereas Netflix have movies on lock right now.
dude, you're right. You're dude. I didn't realize it, but now that you mention it, you're right. The whole Me Too
spreading
thing,
the place with everything. Yeah.
that movie or that show that I referenced earlier, in
Yeah.
there, they had in the future, I guess, the girl asked, do you have protection? The girl asked, do you have protection? And they both pulled out some sort of fucking camera that they attached to their chest, and they both had to say, yes, I agree, I consent to this, blah
Was it
blah blah.
creepy?
But even that's not
Yeah, it was
admissible
fucking
in court
creepy.
anymore.
Yeah.
It was creepy, man. It was just some creepy bullshit. But you could see so much red pill shit. I'm telling you, it's just, I'm not telling you the show is good, because it's not. You know, there's a lot of looking at people's faces, making character faces and stuff like that. Come on, it's just, it's bullshit. It's drama.
Yeah.
It's just the drama
the-
part. It's horrible. But look at the storyline. Think about it. You die. Your being, you know, your energy or your thoughts and everything is uploaded into a machine. See, someone like me who wants to expand their machine mind, you know, before death, I would probably be open to something like that. But not everybody is, number one, right? So you got, you know, choices to decide. So it's a brain fuck. And then once it happens, what if you're forced into it, like this guy was, you know, under different type of circumstances or whatever? You know, he fucked, he was fucking his hot chick, and you know, on the surface she looked hot, but they had nothing in common. And then after he died, she basically owned him because she paid for him to be uploaded, and he didn't have an upload plan or nothing like that.
She
So
had the
his family,
property.
yeah, he
Oh,
became.
She had
now I know what you
ran over the
mean. That's
property.
fucked
That's
off.
some crazy
Yeah,
fucking
that's
shit,
crazy.
man.
That's
Think
really
about
crazy.
this.
That's
That's like
sad.
seeing, but
That
even
is
further,
fucked.
what's further fucked up and close to reality that it is, people, like old people, were being uploaded, and they basically would, you know, sit inside of rooms, and you would have to pay for everything, even though it's virtual. So you'd have to pay to consume coffee, even though it's not coffee, it's coded coffee. So, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. So you could see constructs in there too. And you can see the
Now,
fact that the poor people on, you know, on 2 gig, they call it 2 gig, but it's a floor where people are only allowed up to 2 gigs of data. And so once that 2 gigs of data is expired, whatever you used it on, whether it be view, whether it be something to eat or whatever, you're out of data, you got to pay for more. So it's a completely closed world. And you're owned by, and you're at the whim of whoever
That's
your
basically
caretaker.
what we live in
Let
now.
me. Can I?
Yeah.
I like to say something about you said something about old people, right?
Yeah.
There is a picture from World War II, from when the Europe and Japan surrendered, of a Navy sailor grabbing a random woman and kissing her in Times freaking Square.
Yeah.
And it's like, now
PDA, man.
could you
PDA
imagine?
works.
Could you
Not-
imagine the backlash of it happening in this current time?
You don't have to
Backlash.
imagine it. They've already pretty much trashed that photo and said that man was saying they said they already trashed that photo basically, saying how
They-
toxic masculinity it was. They've
Now,
already
they
done it to that
would-
photo. Hell, they've
Yeah.
done it
The funny
to
thing about
they've done
it
it to what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. They've done
You
it
know
to
the
Robert
fun-
Downey Jr. also when he played blackface in that one movie, Tropic Thunder. They're doing it. It don't matter how far away it was. They still trash everything no matter what.
But you know the
So-
funny thing about it? Those people were married, got married.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It don't matter. It's still wrong to them in their eyes. That's all it is.
They pissed them each other off, because like I said, everything is a part. Like Devil said, everything is a partnership. So like when you go into Hollywood, you start work around them. Everybody kind of like is trying not to be too offensive, and then all of a sudden something happens that they're forced into, and now that person is homeless, like literally on the street, like wandering LA.
What the fuck?
You know that whole saying, "Get woke, go broke," didn't come out of thin air.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is definitely, that opens my eyes way more. Yeah. I mean, and talk about the difference between esoteric and woke, because being esoteric is different than being like woke, or speaking esoterically is different.
But it's like it's really sad. To me, it's really sad. You know. It's
Like,
really,
why-
really sad.
Yeah. What is it worth to be esoteric if you're just like gonna be woke? And then potentially, everybody's following you. As soon as you do something fucked up, you're just they mean nothing to you because you guys had nothing in common in the first place.
Well, being esoteric has a way of defense, because not a lot of people can decipher it. You know, not a lot of people can decipher being esoteric.
Because it's so close to the personal than it is the collective itself. It's closest to the individual, than it is the collective itself. A lot more to decipher here. A lot more to unpack there if you look at it.
Get my machete. Better go slaughter a goat.
Well, I'm thinking
that's
but
esoteric.
astrology, because a lot of woke girls follow astrology, so they say like Mars is in Venus, and the Venus was 3 degrees south, and that means that you're gonna have a bad day today, and you're also like
based on how the sky moves. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, on the planets and the objects in the solar system. I studied way too much of that. Like I know all about stelliums, all about all that shit.
Curry goat for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh no! God damn it, bro!
God damn it, you're such a twat!
No!
Yes!
Go away.
No!
Go away. Eyes are here.
Suck a dick!
Got the strap on. Go away.
Drink all the bleach.
No! Drink all the sanitizer because it's Roni time. Go
back.
away. Man, hate you,
Yes.
Rose. How you doing, motherfucker?
I'm alright.
Shit.
Apparently today I've actually heard Incel Dictionary's delicate little feelings.
Oh shit! No,
And
come on.
apparently, guys, right?
Man, don't make me throw up. Come on now.
Apparently,
Just
right,
got
let me-
here.
Your new boyfriend. Your new boyfriend.
Fuck.
We don't want to hear about
Apparently, right,
Damn it, Rose.
We don't want to hear about what his ethnicity is. We don't want to know how old he is.
Ooh. Get her out of here!
Get out of here! Such a fuck.
Just because you
Oh.
swipe right on somebody this morning.
How do I give you the Roni from over the phone?
I don't know. It surprised me.
Roni, you. God damn
That
it.
Corona
What
cock.
this motherfucker say? Hold on.
I don't give a fuck about nobody.
What kind of
Understand
shit is
that.
that?
We don't give a fuck about
I
nobody.
don't care. Shit.
Nobody cares.
He can eat
Yeah,
a
you
goat
guys-
dick and die for all I
Rose-
give a shit.
Choke
You
it.
interrupted me.
But no, he actually spammed my comment section of my channel. And I don't.
She still don't get it. She still. Are
No,
you getting it?
no.
You get it?
Double
Was
eyes
that one of
right
his soccer
though.
accounts, or-
Rose doesn't care.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yep.
No. Question is, do you get it?
Get what? I missed it.
What?
Exactly.
Get what?
Shut up, you whore.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No,
Objection.
no, I don't care what you said. You're missing the point.
No, but that's just it. I would never say that. I want to be very clear about that. That's not me normally. I'm
Right.
savage, but not brutal.
Yeah. I think you don't understand. Rose really doesn't care.
When I cut with a machete, my blade is not blunt.
Uh-huh.
My blade is sharp. The reason the blade is sharp is because I do not wish to do damage.
That's a shame.
When I cut, I wish to leave a mark
Choppy.
so you can read it the next time.
Yeah, Rose
So
really doesn't
once
care.
again, I'll repeat.
Uh-huh.
God damn it,
Nobody cares
Chico.
about him. Nobody here cares about him.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Hey, I'm subbed. I'm subbed to him. Yeah, I gotta change my picture real quick.
Nobody cares about him as somebody sub to him. There's always somebody cares about him.
There's always one.
So,
There's always
right?
the
There's two
oddball.
actually. There's two actually,
Yeah,
but we ain't
Gam.
gonna say the other one's name.
The fuck is sub to the. You know what? That's probably. Yeah.
You the one that told me about the whole entire hot mess.
Shit. Yo, if I'm sub to him, you sub to Bulldog Mindset.
I ain't sub to him.
Oh,
I'm not sub to him at all. Shit.
Okay, brother. Shit, that's a bullshit right there.
wow.
Fuck you.
Savage.
That's fucked up. Think of that.
Wow.
Fucked up. That's a cold shot, homie.
Sub up.
God damn it. So, yeah, man, I ain't gonna pull punches here. Yo, that motherfucker can leave YouTube for all I give a fuck. Don't care. Eat a dog, dick, whatever the shit.
So
Wow. That's a little bit too close to home.
Nah.
I'm sorry. He loves the puppies. Oh,
back to the show.
Oh,
Going back to the
okay.
show. I have a question for you, Soap.
what it is, man.
I have a question for you. So I know you do a lot of meditation, and you also
Yes.
teach meditation. So
Fuck
one of
you,
the
Rose. Let him talk.
He hasn't had enough for a while. He might like that too much.
Got you.
God damn it. That's bullshit.
She would have rode the hell out of you and be like, who hurt you?
Yeah, fuck right.
Jamie, on this.
Hurt you, Psyche, so who hurt you?
I can answer
like
that.
you.
Gloria
I feel like I've been
fucking
raped.
Steinem. Get the fuck out of here. Could answer that. Why? She fucked it up for all of you.
That sounds like a good
Shit.
Monday night to me. In fact, it sounds like a normal Monday night to me.
Oh my god. No.
It's not going to help you. It doesn't help me yet. Fuck you.
Man.
like you, I should have had the raw eggs this morning.
Right?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The pickled ones. Fuck it.
Pickled ones.
Pickled eggs.
This fucking goat's not going to slaughter her goddamn self. I gotta
Well,
make.
you had a. Oh,
Well, you should have asked for another live stream if you had to slaughter a damn goat.
Wow.
We already started the second one. If we start a third
I
one,
know.
it'll be
You could
more.
have
it would
been
be more
done with this. We could have been doing. You could have been slaughtering goats. We all could have been. We all
No,
could have
no,
been
it's all right.
or something.
Continue.
Okay,
I'm gonna make something
blame
else.
that shit on you. Hey, you had a question for me any goddamn way.
The goat lives one more night.
Motherfucker.
He said, no, it's okay.
You fuck the question then. Shit. Quit laughing, bro.
You never actually slaughtered a whole entire goat to make any food or something like that.
I've
Like
actually
that?
slaughtered a goat.
Milked one to get cottage cheese.
Okay. Cottage cheese is gross, but we'll run with that.
Yeah, it is gross.
I hate cottage cheese. I'm just saying.
Look at that. Everybody here hates cottage cheese, Win. You're the only motherfucker that likes cottage cheese. I've never heard of a black person that eats cottage cheese.
Okay.
Well, fuck you,
The
nigga.
hell?
It just doesn't.
I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you.
Yeah.
Man,
damn it.
goddamn. How does everybody not eat cottage cheese?
Oh my
Because
God!
we black. You not.
That don't make no sense, bro.
Black people don't eat black people don't eat cottage cheese.
I don't eat cottage cheese. But I like the
yo.
consistency and the taste of it. I'm just saying.
I can
not other
swim.
reason.
Can you, Tico, or can you, MiGTOW in the wind?
I can
What?
swim. I
Bam!
just choose not to.
Wait
That's some
a minute, what was the
bullshit,
question?
Win. Fuck you too. What's the question, man?
What the fuck
I'm
is
mad.
that?
I'm mad. Why is everybody? God damn it! Why I gotta be the asshole? Fuck this. Yeah.
You're
No,
not.
you're not the
Damn it.
asshole.
Yeah.
I am.
You are definitely not.
Table flip. Fuck it. Change the name.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that you are not the asshole.
Mm.
Psychesoap, why don't you just subscribe? Why don't you subscribe to my channel, man?
Bro, I already
Just be
did
honest.
that. Man.
Oh, you
I
are
already
subscribed?
did that. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
sweet.
Thank you.
Romance.
Thank
Just
you.
fuck you, right?
No, it's not like that.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Psyche. Hey, Psyche. So,
Fucking fuck you.
can we be
Uh-huh.
friends?
Sounds
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
of
good time
course,
to
man.
me.
Want to be
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, Craig. Yes,
You
Craig.
want to be
we can.
friends?
We can, Craig.
We'll make friendship bracelets.
Hey, you can't be my friend unless you're above 6 foot.
That is.
Oh, just a minute pages. It's all right.
If you're just 6 foot,
If you don't have a savings account
Mm.
with at least like
Yeah.
5 figures,
So you're just gonna hypergamize the whole thing. Fuck
Right
you.
here.
yeah,
I'm gonna need a gift every month.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
Mr. Bowman, what are you talking about? Like, literally,
And you have to be 6 foot at least minimum, and you have to make a 6-figure income, and you have to
Okay.
drive a very nice car.
right? I don't drive, so
So
And it has to be because if I'm able to pronounce your car, it doesn't fit into my narrative.
oh boy.
Although I do drive
Damn,
people
Mr.
crazy. Does that
Former?
count?
This is not working. This really is not working.
Fuck.
Shit, I drink wild turkey, so I'm good.
Gee,
Yo, you went Hunter S.
Really?
Thompson Gonzo on our asses, huh? You got a sheet of acid with you there, Win?
For real. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
Wild Turkey 101? Fuck that. Shit. Some people chase that with their tea. I don't know, man. Yeah, man. That is a liver cooker. Fuck that, dude. I'm fucking throw up blood the next night. Shit. I used to drink Everclear straight. Oh, fuck that. No, dude. Never again.
That's the kind of shit you drink in GTA and wake up somewhere else.
Right?
Oh
know
yeah,
what I'm
you pay,
saying?
but that dude, that drink's like what is it, like 500 grand for one bottle?
100
You
proof,
gotta have some
baby.
chump change. You gotta have some chump change lying around to do that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't know if I can really afford that right now. I drink, like I said, I drink Twisted Tea, Booze Farm, just ghetto shit.
Farm.
Although I do know how to make myself a gin and tonic.
Now that's
And-
Who
good.
doesn't know how to make yourself a gin and tonic?
But
That's like pouring
you
yourself a
know,
glass of water with some
Booze
ice.
Farm is not
Well,
ghetto.
okay,
though.
but give me
Booze
my
Farm ain't ghetto.
participation trophy, please. You know,
What'd you
No,
say?
fuck.
I
no.
said, give me my
That's like-
participation trophy.
That's
All
like
right,
starting alcohol.
I'm below 6 foot. I'm below 6 foot, so I have victim points to spend, and I'd like to spend it on that. I at least get to make a gin and tonic and feel good about myself. All right.
Victim ports, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but
You're not,
yo,
you weren't as sheltered. You weren't as sheltered as me, and you've been a bartender, so come on. You're biased. You're hella biased.
Boom Farm ain't ghetto though. Now you know what's ghetto? Motherfucking Night Train and motherfucking
Okay, I'm gonna need you and
Thunderbird.
Mr. Foreman to exchange numbers and get it over with, because apparently y'all hitting it off in the comment section.
Yeah, ain't they? Aw.
Yeah, dude, Mr. Forma,
No, ain't that-
Mr. Forma's
Aw.
Costco game is so good that he
Right?
could be in the chat And he could be in the
Yeah.
chat picking up girls. That's how good.
Right?
Like, to be honest,
That Costco is real, son.
2X.
Yeah. He pulls the van toward the back of the Costco. He don't go to the front of the
3X
Costco. He
combo.
pulls it to the back of the Costco.
No, baby.
Table flip.
Yeah,
It's not
fuck
table,
that.
it's actually
Jack,
forum.
you see
I'm
that
gonna
booger on
rename
the
it
table?
UnForum.
Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna rename it UnForum.
Yeah,
Unforum.
it's totally
UnForum.
unformed. This is unformed because of Rose.
Oh,
Rose did it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Why should I do
blame it
that?
on you.
I feel like I feel like
Mad at you.
I feel like a red pill content creator is just like a,
so hold on.
soundboard.
Let me address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Since I'm the oldest, since I got to do it, when none of you motherfuckers want to do it. I'm sorry, Blade. I'm sorry. But the fact of the matter is, anytime you add a woman into a stream like this, you change the dynamic.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a fuck. I say whatever the hell I want. Male, female, left, right, or center.
To be
I'm
honest.
Me
sorry.
too, man.
Right.
Up one
Very
side,
sad.
down the other.
I'm so
And there was nobody
offended
watching
by
it until she came in. Now everybody's watching it.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who's in it.
It didn't change the dynamic at all. It made it more interesting.
Yeah.
I have
Interesting.
I've lost
Is it-
the conversation.
Interesting to put an unarmed guard in the middle of a war field of soldiers with weapons.
It is. Shoot.
Hey, I'm not unarmed. Who's
Now you gotta
unarmed?
survive. Survive, nigga.
Who's
Survive.
unarmed?
One of us has to figure out who's
Rose is
unarmed.
Rose is not unarmed, that's for sure.
Oh,
I didn't say she was.
Uh-huh.
She's not unarmed. She's unarmed, but she just strong arms motherfuckers. That's all.
I have 2 arms. And
You
Hey,
I have 2
She
arms.
over
I
the
have 2
strong
arms.
arm Hose that call herself
Hands.
House.
A brain.
I'm sorry. From now on,
Give me the backpack. Give me back the backpack.
because in South Dictionary he said this. Apparently, I'm not a woman, okay? So it doesn't matter because apparently I have a dick, even though it's one with a vagina. But apparently I'm.
Wow.
I know,
You've been-
right?
Did you know that Tico has a vagina too? Tico is a
Yeah,
shred.
fantastic.
His name is Taco.
I don't.
Whatever.
Oh,
Your mama loves me, Ham.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I thought we were going with the fake news.
So say table flip. I know it's not unformal or flip.
Keep it up. I'll be your stepdad by next week, nigga. What?
Whoa!
So that's the headline.
Dude, you don't know, man.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I told you dynamic changes.
Guys, stop.
Yeah.
Guys, stop.
Damn
Guys,
tranny,
stop.
you
Let him.
motherfucker.
Let
You
him.
could be
Let
my
him roast. Let him
stepdaddy.
roast you.
This is
I want
all
all that
me.
money for the company. I want to be a part of the team with the kids. Oh, come on, man. You could be my stepdaddy with all the dogs and the
Stop playing around.
farms and the
Stop playing
logs
around.
and the
What do you
chickens.
think stop playing around?
Stop playing around, guys.
What do you think stop playing around now?
Be serious.
Oh, we got to get serious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Change the vibe. Change the vibe
Alright.
real quick.
Yeah, we'll change the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So as
It's
I was saying, I
unforum,
had
so it's
two
right
arms.
anyway. So it's not like it really matters. It's unforum.
I will change the vibe.
Right.
It's
I'm trying
unforum.
to change the
anyway.
vibe.
That
Yeah.
can pretty much stay the same.
Hey, look. Who's the one killing this, slaughtering this cat?
What?
Huh?
Who's the one slaughtering this cat?
Probably not the guy
Okay,
who's
elaborate on cat and elaborate on slaughter. Let's go.
Look, there's a term. There's a saying, the old saying that's older than me says, "Let me slaughter this cat. You just hold down and watch."
Ah, okay.
Well, in this case, Rose
I
is
do
slaughtering the
slaughter
cat.
a
I'm
cat.
just watching, and you're holding down.
If you say so. If you say so. Too busy drinking wine right now.
Yeah, I need to have a beer
Well,
too.
it is true.
Yeah,
you
man,
are
I'm
pissing
just-
off
what the
somebody
fuck?
quite funnily and
Oh, Rose is
quite funny when you're pissing him
Sure,
off.
I
I'm
feel like
sorry.
I need
I'm actually enjoying
two
this
more
shit
drinks.
though, but everybody else
Yeah.
is shaking like they're not enjoying it. But I find it funny as hell that This
Hey,
nigga's
look.
feelings is hurt right now.
Hey, look.
Oh, why I gotta be funny that my feelings are hurt?
Not
Fuck
you, motherfucker. We're talking about the other
My
guy.
feelings hurt, nigga.
Wait a minute, who, me? Whose
No, not
feelings
you.
are hurt?
No, we're
My
talking about
feelings
what's his
hurt.
name?
I just
don't
want a
know
clarification.
anything.
There's no feelings hurt here, buddy.
We're not talking about anybody in the live stream. We're talking about somebody outside the live stream right now.
Oh shit!
Good lord, damn! Over everybody's head, much.
I thought you guys.
What? Rose got it. Wayne got it. Everybody else was lost.
Wow.
fuck's sake.
Wayne got it. Wayne got it. Wayne got it though. Out of everybody else here, Wayne got
Of
it.
course, win.
He
I
got it.
get it.
I'm gonna need y'all to all go to the corner who didn't get it. And I'm gonna need y'all to give yourself a smile on the butt, smack on the butt, and sit in the corner for a little bit because y'all take long on that one.
Wait a minute, though. Freudian slip. Hold up. Oh no. That is a table flip like a mother. Hey yo, but no. You hurt my feelings. Take out.
Welcome to the club. Every ticket to stand in line. I can hurt everybody's feelings.
Psychesoap!
Yeah, man. It is.
You're a mess.
Yeah. Fuck.
Everyone's calling out for help to Psychesoap for some reason.
Okay, right?
Here's what we
Double I
gonna do.
has.
Like I said, I only have one feeling and I can't find it.
Oh,
That's a good one.
oh
There you
sweet.
go.
You poor
Psychesoap, you know, as my personal meditation advisor, you're going to need to help me consult after this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
But
repress
you know
all
what?
of this.
Speaking of which, I did see the videos, and that shit is rocking, bro. Yeah, I could do something with this, but that's, you know, somewhere
Very
else.
happy to hear that. Very
That-
happy to hear that.
That's somewhere else.
That's
little
feedback.
romance.
Thank you, brother.
Fuck you, Rose. Shit.
Oh,
What would it do here? See Psychesoap go about. Oh,
The game is
motherfucker.
going
Hey,
on.
Let me step outside this live stream so y'all can gangbang Rose real quick by yourself.
Hey, do your thing.
Well,
Hey, yo, do your thing.
We don't even
Hey,
want to go
that
in
gets
on
her
it.
off us. Shit. Do
Uh-huh.
your thing. You know, do your motherfucker.
It's like, Rose, how tall are you even?
I love you
How tall
too.
are you?
4'9", nigga. Fuck you.
Nah, maybe there.
No, I'm
oh, there it is.
Joe Pesci's height. Fuck it. Still slapping motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good lord.
I'm actually 4'24". I'm
You're
actually
a goddamn liar. You're taller than me, motherfucker. I know you ain't 4 foot nothing.
I'm
Whoa, who has the
4'26".
boxing belt? Who has the boxing belt?
I'm 4'26".
Oh, that's double I. That's definitely double I.
Double I.
You're not 4 foot any damn thing.
26.
You is not 4 foot any damn thing. You can't even
I
spell
said-
4 foot. Your ankles ain't even 4 foot, nigga. Get out of here. Stop playing.
I said
Your ankles are like
4'26".
9 feet. Got her damn self.
I want you to hear what I said.
I know what you said.
4'26".
Like I said, you can't say anything with 4 in it with your ass. Your ass is big as hell.
So,
You could
I said
dunk on a new bull.
26. I'm not sure if you're hearing what I said.
I heard what you said. I know I heard what you said.
Damn,
but like
from
I
what
said-
I'm hearing, they should call you MiGTOW on stilts.
MiGTOW on stilts.
Oh man,
MiGTOW on lifts.
I'm not that bad when I say I'm pretty damn
He not
tall.
that tall, but he taller than my ass. I know that for sure. He's about 4 or something.
Elevator ass dude.
Right.
Me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
He's so tall. I need a step stool so I can high five his ass and shit.
Me? Who, me?
Damn.
I'm talking about MiGTOW to win.
Oh, you're such a bully.
We're
Oh,
tall
picking
shaming
on
you,
tall-
bro.
picking on
We're
the tall
shaming
guy.
you.
Don't pick on me, man.
You're not tall. Get out of here. You're tall, but you're not as tall as MiGTOW to win.
Oh, no, that's different.
Yeah, I know.
You can start
That's
for
what
most
I'm talking about
NBA
MiGTOW to win
teams.
right now.
Wow.
MiGTOW and the Wind
I think Gam's the
Chamberlain.
shortest one on the panel.
I am the short. I think Rosalie is even taller than me.
Yeah, yours is this taller than you.
Why?
Yeah,
How tall is she?
She's
I'm
big.
5'9".
I'm 5. Well, I'm 5'9".
Oh, we're same
Yeah.
height then. There you go. Just get some
6'6".
yellow pages and you'll be
There we
taller.
go. I have a baseline.
I'm 5'13".
You goddamn lying.
No sense.
Yam and Rose are so short, they step off the bus and hit the head off the curb.
Oh.
Uh-huh. I see your target. I see your target.
I feel
I'm so
fucking-
short, I can smell all y'all lashes on an
I
I'll see
elevator.
your
And I
target
don't
by
like
yellow
it.
pages, all
The way
right?
I leap onto that curve is like,
Hmm.
it's actually pretty. It's marvelous the way that I leap up on the curve. I'm pretty agile.
Tallest,
I'll
oldest,
jump over the
craziest motherfucker.
Yeah, that's you, right?
I wouldn't say
No,
that.
This is so junior high.
I wonder if they lined us up and took a picture. If that could be like an album
Yeah,
cover
you're
or something.
still
That would be
here.
line us up by height. That would be really funny to see.
Hmm.
Yo, Psychesoap would be the shortest.
For like normally they would say what only 12 only what like 10 to 12% of the population is over 6 foot. But the sad part about that, 4 out of 6 of the people in his live stream is over 6 foot. We just
Yeah, that's
fucked
such
up
BS.
Wow.
Mother.
How come everyone always gets like all the height or none of the height?
Because of
Like,
your
everybody in my
parents,
family.
fool.
Damn.
It's called parents and
now.
genetics, nigga.
And my grandpa
What's your
was
Filipino,
tall.
son?
Hurt me.
We weren't expecting you to be tall at any given time anyway.
Shit.
Hell, I'm tall
Yam?
in China.
Yeah, that's right, Yam.
I'm tall
Work
in
that
China,
shit.
baby.
You gotta
Move it
pick
in the
up
pocket,
roots.
baby.
Pick up
Work
your
that
roots.
Ain't nobody
motherfucker.
going to UK anytime soon.
Right. Work that shit.
If anything, I'm flying bitches over from the UK. I rather. How tall are you? If you're not above 6'3", get out of my children.
Yeah,
Get out of my
yeah.
Castro's
If you're not 6 foot, it's over, okay? It's over. I'm sorry.
cheese.
It's over. It's over.
Cheddar cheese.
Oh, dude, that's what I ain't getting about.
Cheddar cheese. What the
If
fuck?
you're over 6 foot, it's
Making
over.
money. He's making money.
Oh yeah,
Black
well,
women.
okay.
Well, I have a potential to get a multi-figured income.
Yeah, as an owner operator and a
Yeah,
convoy.
now you can afford a more high maintenance bitch. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great if you had the money. to pay for it.
Oh, fuck all that.
Yeah, you
But
can
you
have that.
know, bro,
What?
you better
You
not
don't
be
get in a
messing with
relationship
her
right
friend.
away.
Leave her friend alone, bro. I'm telling
Be
you,
her
bro.
friend. Oh yeah, dude. Don't
No,
mess with
you
her.
Don't
can't be
do it,
doing that,
man.
bro.
Don't do it, man.
I'm
Don't do it.
Oh, free some
I'm crazy,
blender.
not stupid.
We want prenup. Fuck that.
And if she gonna leave your ass, she gonna leave with half.
We want prenup.
Uh-huh.
Not even prenup works in America. We all know this. Come on, y'all.
Mhm.
Ugh. Fuck, man.
Hey, is it
Yeah.
cheaper to get a DNA test the longer that the kid is born, or longer after the kid is born,
Oh,
or
you
is it more
can
expensive?
now in pharmacies, bro. You can now.
Like immediately? Oh, you can.
They're under
You can
$100
DNA test in the
now.
pharmacy. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, they're under $100 now, man. You can get them over the counter. For
Wow.
real. For real.
Good,
You know,
good.
I've
So I
seen
can
that
take
myself.
like there's this person that looks like me, but I'm gonna go take them in to get it. I'm gonna be like, you get DNA test. Let's see if we're brothers. Let's see if we're
So
brothers.
you
real quick.
gonna
I
go
just need to
Murray
test.
on him? Oh,
How sweet.
shit.
I don't
That
know
kid
what to
ain't
say.
mine, Murray. What?
If you try and
And
take
I'm all. Well, I wouldn't
Go
like.
on,
I feel like I always get afraid of DNA because they could be faking that shit and be like, "You're related to George Jefferson," and then be like, "What?
No.
Is it really
understand.
that accurate?"
You don't want to give your DNA. Like that whole thing with, trace your
Because
genes and
that'll be
stuff.
on the system. Yep.
Bad
Don't lie
idea.
about that. Yo,
Bad idea.
to the bone, son.
You
Oh,
and
don't
like
do
everyone
that.
you know, right, or everyone you're related to.
Yeah.
That's kind of what somebody was saying earlier about how they they just smooth over and grab they grab everyone's information just from one little small opening. And they just exploit everything. It's kind of like a spiritual attack.
In what way?
Because like some of these power structures have just their tentacles seeped into everything, they can just basically suck out everyone's private information or whatever it is that is like the most valuable resource.
Well, the sad part about DNA is they actually get more than just your DNA. They do more than just matching you up with other people around the world. They also take your overall health, your overall health, all your genetics when it comes to your health, like what you're susceptible to, what you're going to pass down to your children, if you have any other problems in your family, or if your mama's mama had some problem or something like that, all that shit's in your DNA.
Oh, shit. So
and then like once you get like a grandfather DNA, you have the great grandparents and the great greats, and then you also have your dad or your parents and yourself too, all within his genetic information. It's like there's no way that anybody's safe. Like if a parent of yours got it and showed it to you, it doesn't matter that you didn't do it because they
basically have you on file unless the parents that you're talking to adopted your ass, which is highly doubtful in this day and age. Yeah, they basically have the information on your ass either way.
No, but it still exists though. But yeah, for the most part.
You said highly not possible in this day and age for adoption. Let me tell you, the landscape.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if your parents got a DNA test and it's actually your parents, the chances of your mom not being your mom are lower than the chances of your dad not being your dad.
10-4. Okay.
Right now is different than 5 years ago.
It's context.
It's definitely context, yeah, for sure.
Because you're more likely to find out your dad's not your dad than you are to find out your mom's not your mom. The landscape's
changed. Like there's true that because I know about people who are adopted now too. Who, like they could be off. They could have not gotten the genetic information as easily. I mean, it's still possible in all cases.
Well, no, because even if you're adopted, they have who your actual parent is on file somewhere.
Yeah.
So like they got it on file. So and 9 times out of 10, it's probably on your birth certificate any damn way.
True.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Downer. Here's even more of a downer.
Card.
Mm-hmm.
It would be on how it would work is it'll be on your crib card, and if it'll be on your crib card, and how it works is it'll basically be like this is your mother, but she gave you up for adoption on your crib card. So it would actually be on your crib card. I don't know if they'll actually put it on your birth certificate. They might put your parents who adopted you, on your birth certificate, but I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10 it's on your crib card. So it'll say like indentation, your mom is this person, but these people adopted you basically.
Mm-hmm. That's fuck.
I think there's adoption. Adoption is on a crib card. The adoption option is on a crib card.
Why did I get a crib card, Chico?
Everybody gets one. When you're born, you get a crib card. Then it turns into your birth certificate.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
That's the paperwork that they fill out to basically to let the government know that you're a pay pig now.
That's fuck.
So that's a little paperwork that they fill out. That's how you get your social security number. That's how you get your birth certificate with your lovely seal of approval on it, and your cord blood gets done and all that other shit. So in all technicality, if you were born and raised in the United States, technically they got everybody's DNA on file because they technically had cord blood on everybody. And they took blood from you when you were a kid.
Fuck.
So wait, you're telling me that right now that they have cord blood samples of every person?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 they like a person like Yam, they probably have.
I know they would have it on me.
Like somebody like Double I, they have like a little dot of blood on you basically on a piece of paper some damn where.
Oh, like if you ever
probably have more blood on because you're younger. Psychesoap, they probably have a dot. They probably have 2 dots of blood. They probably have 2 dots of blood on a piece of paper.
Plus, I was in the military too.
Oh yeah, they definitely got your ass then. Your ass.
They got my ass. Oh yeah, they even have the code on your ID card. Bet y'all didn't know that either. Shit, in the back of your DNA.
And the sad part about that, your social security number in the United States Your middle two numbers actually let them know what ethnic race you are or
Yep.
what ethnicity you are.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's a nigga. No, we can't have him.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Deny him credit.
Dude, it's crazy being like so ethnically ambiguous because everybody asks.
But the sad part about that, you
And
can be
I realize that
ethnically ambiguous, but your mom put your dad's name down on your birth certificate, so they know you a nigga.
You know what the
And it's
good
gonna
thing
show-
about that is, though, now?
It's gonna show your
You're right, Chico. You're totally right.
Yeah, it's
You know
like
what
you
the
can
good
be
thing
ethnically
about
ambiguous if you want to, but if somebody knows how the numbers work, they know you a nigga.
Hey, but the
Yeah.
good thing about all that
and then they
shit
got the context.
Yeah.
is 2 words. Do you know what the good thing about that is? Victor points, nigga. Okay, I
Okay.
said one more word, but Victor points. There you go. You
Uh-huh.
got Victor points. Yeah.
Right.
Why are you talking, Rose? What are you
I was using Victor
Because you be a
Point.
scrub, that's why. That's why.
No, fuck you.
Maybe
wanna
they,
hear Stop.
but it probably will be pretty sexy. I hope you don't mind.
La 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 fucking la. God damn it. Yeah. God damn it.
You sound like you're a cat being strangled slowly.
He does.
Okay.
You gotta strangle the cat, and then and as it begins to pass out, you begin to release the pressure so the blood flows, so it comes to again, and then you do it again, constrict it more,
And I'll be
then you
like,
release it
yeah,
again.
that's exactly what you
It's that
sound
kind
like.
It's like a
So
boa constrictor wound. It just slowly just crushes the demon.
Like that. What the fuck is the goat doing here? God damn it, Billy. Billy. Get the fuck out
Wow,
of here, Billy.
basically it's like you gotta
Why
make sure
sacrifice the goat?
Well, watch the claws. The cats have claws, and they will scratch you. That's why you put socks over them. Socks and paper bags over them.
You ought to know mess with the tiger and poke it with the stick.
I'm serious.
Well,
Yeah,
sometimes what if the tiger comes over to you? How do you react?
Rawr.
Well, 9 times out of 10 in this case, the tiger didn't do anything wrong, and Wen was poking it with a fucking stick like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's true.
kitty.
That is true.
I like kitties.
I'm in the fucking tiger.
I like kitties.
Like, I like kitties.
I like kitties too. Kitties
Poke
are
not.
fun. Yay.
Sometimes you
tiger.
walk into the bar.
Poke not the
Sometimes bar
tiger,
walks into you.
many stripes that follow.
True story.
Yo.
Hey, this
Mad
Shit.
knowledge.
This is.
Mad
they-
knowledge right there. Yeah, go ahead, Win. Shit.
They
Don't be
say
quiet on our account.
they say that a tiger has 7 whiskers on one side, but who's getting close enough to count?
Yo ass, bruh.
Yeah.
We all know
I was gonna
this.
say, wait.
You, bro.
Tell
No,
me, Cartel
I
Princess,
just
you say
put the-
hi.
Big time. Yeah, okay. See, he's gonna do it again. Don't do it again.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Wind.
Yeah. I'm here.
Do you know why I keep machetes sharp?
In case you have to use them.
No. I mean,
Why do you keep machetes sharp? Well, I can.
the question was not why do I keep machetes.
Uh-huh.
Question is why do I keep the machete sharp?
Because a sharp machete is a happy machete.
No. It's out of
Yeah.
sympathy.
Oh. You slaughter animals, don't you?
For food, yes.
Right. It's basically trying to make it as quick and clean as possible.
Precisely. Why?
Because it's in many cultures, you want it to be quick and painless because any prolonged suffering is cruel. It could be cruelty.
Correct. So do you realize when swift action is taken, Swift action is for the lack of not cruelty, but the lack of inhumaneness.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
Yeah, there's like a freaking there's triggers in your body when it comes to those kinds of emotions, like just absolute shock and awe and disgust when you see certain things, and it's just like or hear shit too. Like I could think of something recently I heard that like really made me feel like sad, and it was on a particular live stream. But whenever I feel that way, I just want to get out of whatever situation. I do not want to stay invested.
Your food needs a
because
good shave.
I don't know what's gonna, but like I don't know what, dude. When you're in a situation, it's like if you don't get out, then like it's like you almost like being there, like being forced to watch something that you don't want to watch. So it's just like why not? Why do you tolerate this kind of stuff? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Why would you ever tolerate it?
You shouldn't.
Well, I mean, it's I feel like if you could, like, to bring the analogy back, if you could last more than 30 seconds in an encampment with a tiger, like, wouldn't you want to?
I would try to put it out of his misery. I would probably end it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm gonna last more than 30 seconds in a tiger. I'm not old girl's husband.
Oh, girl's husband. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or to a widow.
Well, yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thread, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Oh no! Really?
But there's no way in hell I'm gonna last.
Did I miss something?
I'm serious. We missing all the shit apparently. Them two
Yeah,
guys inside secrets and shit.
Look at what MiGTOW Thread said.
Oh, MiGTOW Thread?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah. Why?
Don't shave your butthole. What's that about?
You see this
Nope,
shit?
I didn't want to know.
Too late. You already here, motherfucker. Hi. Shit.
I enjoyed missing that one, so I read that.
Skinny crawl.
Hey,
the undeniable truth. I once was a mule.
What the fuck? Yeah,
why
man.
should
No.
man suffer?
MiGTOW Thread, you want in the live stream?
Shave your butthole.
Man, send Thread the link. Fuck it.
If she's gonna polish your salad and ship it out.
You're not shaving. Yeah, why did they tell you not to? You should.
You sung the comment?
Oh, boy, that's not just sexy.
No.
Oh, shit.
Send him the link. Fuck it. You ready? Bring it on too.
It's a COVID-y day in the neighborhood. A COVID-y day in the neighborhood.
Or won't you be? Or won't you be?
My
Like
Roni.
COVID.
Yeah, always wanted to have a Roni just like you, but the bitch moved away because social distancing is not through yet in California, and I'm just pissed off right now.
So let's make the best of this beautiful day.
One thing I saw that was really crazy once. I remember.
Won't you be mad?
I grew up in a daycare.
Won't you be my neighbor. Yeah.
Bro.
Would you be my neighbor?
I'm about to be. I'm about to be your neighbor if you don't stop.
Damn.
Now he's talking shit now.
But like when I'm walking through, as a young boy, when I'm walking through the daycare center at the fitness center or whatever that I'm at, I see the kids transfixed to the TV. And I'm running around in the monkey bars, I play the computer games, To do cartwheels in the middle of the floor. I got a lot of energy as a kid. But the weird thing is that like whenever I would watch the TV shows, I'd be pretty almost like negative, or I always had my brow furrowed because it didn't really make sense to me, like all the shit that they would say, and so I would really focus on it. But like a lot of kids, for some reason, they really like these cartoons and stuff that are being put out. And I mean, my parenting, the parenting with I don't need to get into that, but when you're in a daycare or when you're raised by Lifetime Fitness daycare center and you don't really have a strong family unit, it kind of makes it where like you're in a perfect setting to receive that information. And not only that, for a person that's watching that person observe the information, you're giving that person just like a very weird cognitive dissonance. And like, how do they really like behave like a normal kid if that's what normal kids do, is just absorb childhood targeted indoctrination? Did you guys see Hammerhand's video on the Disney Channel, or not Disney Channel, cartoon shows that they're showing to kids?
No, I have not. I haven't even seen the cartoons they've been showing.
It's just a short video.
The cartoons are very perverted, basically.
And
children shouldn't be watching them.
But wait a minute. What are you talking about? Aren't we men? Aren't we supposed to subscribe to this toxic masculinity and subscribe to watching these cartoons that are perverse and everything like that? Come on, aren't you guys?
No, I'm talking about children's cartoons. Children shouldn't be watching those cartoons. In other words, is what I'm saying.
No, they definitely should not be.
It's really strange. Yeah. What are your thoughts? What are your guys' thoughts on it?
It's been going on. You know, like if you look at some of
the sad part about that is like we can say that, but it's not as it was never as bad as it is now.
Yes, it has. Come on, have you seen Flintstones? Yeah,
no, it was never as bad as it is now. It was never as bad as it is now.
It's probably real.
Even the stuff that Flintstones did, like even the stupid shit that people used to make up about Bert and Ernie, pales in comparison to the shit that they got on TV now.
Yeah, true.
Right.
I got children. I know. I gotta watch this shit.
That's sad that they topped all that. That's fucked up.
Like they said, Bert and Ernie was gay, and they wanted to take him off Sesame Street. They were trying to say Cookie Monster was an addict, and they tried to say Big Bird was schizophrenic, and they tried to say the Count was a pimp or something like that, or a gangster or some shit like that, and also the Grouch was on some type of smack or some shit like that. So all those characters had to go because they were offensive to their children. Okay, cool. Fast forward now.
I'm sorry, but that's also a trope too. It's like SpongeBob's about mentally ill people.
What was wrong with Kermit?
They got kids doing like sexual perverted shit.
Is Kermit depressed? Kermit it's not that easy being green, blue, right? It's not that easy. Or he dates Miss Piggy, and because he dates Miss Piggy, he wants to go MiGTOW, but he can't because Miss Piggy is a controlling, big heifer. And so
she's a controlling big swine.
But that's why he's so artistic and he's so creative, and he like sings all the time. He's like, "Oh yes, I'm suffering inside. Tell me."
No, see, what you missed on that is they were basically setting you up on Fried Acceptance by him dating Miss Piggy.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I literally had
to take basically setting you up for Fried Acceptance
because now my ears are so broken.
Yeah, basically that's what they're setting you up for Fried Acceptance. The Fried Acceptance movement that happens to be here now. By Kermit the Frog dating Miss Piggy, technically he's dating a big woman, so therefore all men should like big women now because Kermit the Frog.
But okay, so but that's not really. Well, if I can be pro MiGTOW right now, isn't that whole cat out of the bag though in terms of now? I get the context that it was in then, because it was starting to introduce corn syrup basically introduced the idea of fat acceptance. But what really influenced it was like TV shows, movies, songs now, where it's like the why men great till they gotta be great. Don't worry, girl, just stuff your face or whatever it's the lyrics are. I don't really know.
All about that
Well,
bass, not that bass. No
about that
treble.
bass, no diet.
Yeah,
Put
right.
down that fork. Put down
Put
that fork. It's diet.
What?
Only drink that sugar. Drink that sugar.
Oh, wow.
Cholesterol. Yeah.
Cholesterol.
And don't let one of these women out here get a preference for something
Lord
like,
have
oh, I like diet Dr. Pepper more. So I'm just gonna buy like 6 boxes of that. Yeah, that's since it's less,
the diet
it's less harmful.
Only old people
But,
fuck
but
with it.
but it's good. No, but it's good because it's not that healthy. But I can still recycle the cans, and I can help the earth.
It's actually
because
worse
I can
than a regular
recycle
shit.
cans.
That
I'm
Mountain
kidding.
Dew's
I'm
worse than a
kidding.
regular shit.
I don't drink it.
I know I'm joking about that.
I remember them
Old
pushing
people
it
fuck
though.
with that.
What type of logic is that? You're basically, yeah, okay, whatever boats your float.
No, it's not logic. It was indoctrination. It was the commercials,
He's
right?
being a smart ass. He's being sarcastic though.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Sorry to not add
Sarcasm.
anything productive
Sarcasm.
to the discussion. Oh, and what?
I'm
Why
the
is
only
it
one I
called
caught the
UnForum?
sarcasm out of everybody. That's a damn shame.
Right.
Y'all are slow today. Damn. I mean, y'all get on y'all P's and Q's.
I'm gonna need
What's
you
y'all?
to drink some more coffee. I'm gonna need you to drink some coffee.
Like, I'm gonna need y'all to go back. I'm gonna need y'all to go back to like non-decaf because y'all niggas on decaf right now.
where's my machete sharpener? This goat's got to go.
Right. I'm gonna need you to tear down your brain and build yourself another one.
You missed the sarcasm too. Don't go there.
I'm gonna need you to tear down. I'm gonna need some of y'all to tear down your brains and build your brains back up because your brain ain't running on all cylinders today.
My brain is gone. Where did it go?
Look like you've seen a ghost. It's better than an opera.
I got a bad case of the Monday.
Look at this man screaming like he crazy.
Brain, come back.
He's literally screaming outside of his window.
Yeah, because it's South Dakota. It's just like miles of empty.
Yeah, look
Wait,
over here.
Who has a bigger sky, South Dakota or California?
Over there, cornfield. Right here, cornfield. See you in the next election. No, that's Iowa. But shit. Oh man. Hey, look, bikers and Las Vegas Junior. That's all this shit is. Real talk. Real talk.
What are I don't know either of those references. Sorry, I'm a millennial.
That's all South Dakota has. A fucking bikers. They all get together in August, and the Sturgis, you know what's up. And then you think
that's gonna happen this year?
Of course, of fucking course. And if they do wear any type of mask related shit, it's gonna be a fucking bandana. You know, make it look all badass.
Dude,
or one of those
so
masks
scary.
and shit.
Harley Davidson is going down the tubes right now.
Yeah.
They're hurting.
Yeah. Poor Harley. Fucking ass. MiGTOW thread talking about some love hurts. Love hurts. Love does not. Yeah, love hurts like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's that blue pill, baby. That's that love drug. Love's a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug. Hell of a motherfucking drug, people. Hey, yo, but about that R+B+ leaving this latest shit, this latest trend, the Hammerhand, you know, chilling for a minute, laying low. I mean, I'm not worried about all that, man. We've all had these challenges of censorship ever since the damn beginning. Sherm brought this up. True Sherm brought this up earlier. I mean, look, we're gonna talk about what they're gonna talk about. Hey, yo, we already put out the videos anyway. They said that we was motherfucking red pilled anyway. So they're gonna, they're gonna put an extra couple of nostrils around your ass crack until you're done talking about the motherfucking red pill shit.
Yeah.
See, people like to make scenes, and when you make content like us and love it for some time, yet something comes along and waters it the fuck down, like the golden simp. And my man, Mr. Former brought up earlier. See, it's time to either stop making content, which I know we ain't gonna do, or change your way of making. I'm okay with that. I mean, Arpos is doing a variation of it. Hammerhand's doing a variation of it. It just basically changed the fucking platform. I mean, YouTube, and we all predicted this. And it's even for people that aren't even red pilled. You hear me?
Right.
I had to
content creators in general.
For me, I had to incorporate some words that more than one party uses,
Yeah, be esoteric. Like do some more encrypting.
Cool, Raspberry Pi.
Yeah,
Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, what I did was I incorporated words that if they go after me, they got to go after somebody. You got to go after somebody else, like a news channel or something to that nature. Like if I were to I bet that's pretty much the game. Is it's all it is it's a words game. It's basically using certain words to where they can't really mess with you too much.
Yeah, you're playing the semantics game, and we've been playing the semantics. Hey, look, we've played the semantics game for the last 3 years now, though, and you know what happened? I mean, and then, yo, what else came down the pipeline? Coppa, whatever the fuck you want to call that. And it was really YouTube's ass doing this.
Yeah, so Coppa had nothing to do with you. Coppa had nothing to do with anybody unless you made content for children like I do on my other channel. Coppa has nothing to do with you.
Drum up a lot of conspiracy around that, but it's not really that. It's just something that.
If out of everybody in here sitting in here now and in the chat, if anybody needs to worry about Coppa, I should be worried about Coppa more than the rest of y'all.
Because you make an animation channel, don't you?
Yeah, I make animation for children.
Yeah, for me, it's I was taking precautions. Yeah, I'm not worried about Coppa at all. I was taking precautions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem with that though is y'all were all taking precautions for no damn reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't.
There's a difference between taking caution and running from fake. There's a difference between taking precaution and yelling the sky is fucking falling when it's not really falling.
I mean, the way I see it,
yeah. Let's follow the rules.
I can always go back to talking like to because I at least
rules aren't that hard.
I want to feel the situation out before I go back to normal business as usual. I don't like just jumping head first into something. I at least want to get a couple scouting sessions in.
Yeah, because the sad part about that is everybody's sitting there running away because they're worried about Coppa. People are suspending their channels because they're worried about Coppa. And I'm sitting there still running my shit all day, every day. And everybody's like, oh, well, I guess it's safe to come back to YouTube now. I'm like, nigga, it's been safe to come back to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to spread the gloom and doom or anything, but you were talking about. But what I was talking about was the third wave of the shit. Some of these people are still spooked on the first and second waves of this shit.
Yeah. The sad part about that though is I learned the shit. I learned the shit. This is why I don't I learned the shit so I know when and when I can't say shit or how and when I can say shit basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically shut your channels and mute your mics, boys. Coppa's coming.
You basically play the same damn game that they're playing basically, and the sad part about that is when the feminists play the game, it's okay. When you play their game, it's like, well, we can't really get them on that shit. We really want to get them on that shit. How can we get them on that shit? But if we get them on that shit, we're going to have to get this channel on this shit.
Right. That's what
So
I
you
meant.
play your damn game.
That's what I meant.
It's kind of like Triple H's entrance. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. Everybody's got to face
Game.
it.
Oh, that's a good song. I gotta go back and listen to that one.
And that's why I said domestic
I am the
terror.
game, and who's going to shake me? I am the game. Ain't nobody go.
Yeah,
I'm in
that's
control.
right.
Ain't no way you
That's
can shake me.
And that's why I
Oh
say
god, it's been
domestic
such a
terror.
long time since I heard that song.
It's all about the game.
Oh my god.
It's all about the game.
Who
Is that
said it? Who
Motorhead
said
that sings
I
that?
was that my life is GTA? Was that Americus?
I think he said, yeah.
He's so
Double I fell
funny.
out.
Yo, I bet he could be he could be a PR person, like make all of the promos for MiGTOW, because he is like the best commentator that I've ever seen.
Yeah. I don't think Americus is in this live stream.
I know.
We got
I know.
MiGTOW
it's probably-
Threads. We got MiGTOW Threads. We had Mr.
But MiGTOW
Forum
Thread
out.
is. MiGTOW Thread is.
All right.
And we had Shinobi one at the beginning. He left after a while.
Hey, can you guess
And we have
who's not in?
Tectonic. Huh?
Can you guess who fell out or left?
Well, I already know she left. She told me she had to go.
Yay!
Wow.
She
Hey,
told
I
me
did
she had
it.
problems.
Fucking
Guys, I did
yay!
I
Yeah.
ignored a woman.
Yeah!
Yeah, high fives. High fives.
Oh, Lord Soso.
Fucking high five!
Well, that
I'm
means you just came back, Lord Soso.
Yeah.
This is a new stream.
New shit.
It's all about the game.
It's all about the game! Look at the game! It's about the game!
Take my shirt off. I could take my shirt off.
No, you can't.
Holy
All right,
shit,
girls,
can't.
get out your toys.
That is so
The
Herbert.
game, Doctor. Yeah, I think I'm
Oh
listening to the
my
right
God.
song. I'm just gonna play. Is that the right one? Is that the right one or no?
No.
Well,
The game by the game. Oh no, that's the game. No, that's the artist. The
Hey,
game.
Milo,
You know what? You need to stop.
want a present?
I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
say
Thank
it
you.
and
Thank
give
you.
yourself.
Yeah, we should have a dog meetup. Wind. I should bring my dog, and we should meet up. It could be Moose and Wind.
Milo's schedule is not available. I'm sorry.
Right?
He's
You're gonna have
he's
to
a
sign up
big cow.
Yeah,
No,
he's
a big cow. Dogs pawing.
no.
their own-
He's part of a very important team that keeps the logistics of our nation's
Oh.
backbone. He's part of that right now.
Oh, he's woke.
He's
Milo
he's-
is so woke.
Milo's got a savings
Hell
account,
yeah.
My ass
6
thing.
years long.
Oh.
Miles gotta save his house.
AKA, he keeps me from going crazy.
Milo. Oh. He's the cuddle monster. And
Damn, are
he's
you
got
allowed to bring
another
this
nickname.
into a store? Because I could really use a dog and an emotional support animal when I'm at my job.
Milo the
That would really
red-pilled
help.
dog.
I
Take him right out of feminism.
see him as a furry, four-legged family member. You know?
Sure.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, Nostradamus.
Yay! True
Sherman, Sherman,
yeah!
Sherm said it all
I miss
in text,
you!
in visual, video, audio, video, text. He laid it all out, the framework for how our nation and society will progress.
Sherm Square.
Sherm the prophet.
Yam is a
Sherm
potato!
the visionary.
What the
Yam
fuck?
Say
is,
Muhammad Square.
Damn.
yam is a superfood.
He is a
Superfood.
superfood with a lot of starch! Yeah!
You got corn around you?
No!
I got some corn. I got a lot of
cows!
I got a lot of beef. I got a lot of beef
You
too.
got cows.
Yeah, I got cows.
Yeah, this is basically a rancher state, man. But
Dude.
and Duzang will tell you.
You do
Duzang will
that?
tell you better than I can because
If
a
you're
lot on
earshot
his
of-
side is that. What up?
Yeah.
If you're an earshot of cows, they love that. Like, that's really good for cows.
Hey, cow! Give me some shrimp!
Wait, sweet potatoes? Are you saying sweet potatoes are good for cows?
No. You like
Or no,
talking to
corn
them.
as a feeding. Oh,
Like
talking.
Not
I
yelling.
am right now, yeah.
Not yelling at them.
Moo.
I get why Psychesoap yells all the time now.
They specifically like higher pitched
Because
tones.
nobody listened to me. Y'all didn't get. No, go ahead, fellas. My bad. Fucking hell.
You're simple.
If
Pretty
they're
much,
female cows,
right?
if they're
Just
female
like a Leonard
cows,
Skinner song, baby. I'm a simple type of man.
and
Now.
there's, milk and everything like that, by doing that you actually you entice them. They're mating.
The whole ritual and shit.
Yeah, not ritual, but they're mating.
You know what song I learned how to play on the guitar the other day?
What did you learn, man? What is that?
Tainted Love.
You know what?
It.
The
Just
80s song is what made it popular, but I like the older 60s songs with the
Soft Cell?
Supreme type group. No, not Soft Cell. Soft Cell is the one that was in the 80s, that was popular in the 80s. I like the one that was in the 60s. This is basically a remake, the one in the 80s that we're hearing. And then it got made popular by a commercial where a guy was in the hospital and the fucking beat sounded just like Tainted Love. It was the shit, man. Yeah, this was back in the 90s, though. I mean, there was many instances.
Yeah,
in
it's
which
in like
he
a
caught
completely
that,
different key and everything.
You know, beep, beep, Tainted Love. Soft Cell made that popular.
Have you ever gone cow tipping?
Yeah, Texas.
Fun.
Woo.
Dude,
Before Peter gets involved, I'm gonna need y'all
One
not
day.
to talk about cow tipping at all.
Yeah, cow tipping is kind of awful. It's
Yeah, that's
can I
a
just
bit
tell
off-limits.
one story?
No, because it's abuse of animals, and I don't need my channel bombed.
I'm sorry.
How about if I not talk about the cow tipping part, but the rest of the story?
Well, they're gonna know you're talking about cow tipping. You already done bought it up, so they're gonna know you're talking about it, and somebody's gonna flag my channel, and I'm not gonna be able to stream up no live streams anymore.
Hey, I like
Damn
live
it.
streams from
For at least a week.
Wow.
Forget it. And then forget it.
Had you not bought up cow tipping before that, you could have gotten away with it.
Yeah, you could have just, did one of your double live.
all right. Fine. Let's take the heat off Double Live for a second. What does Bear and Yam do that fucks up the algorithm? Or that like goes against the algorithm? What does Bear and Yam
Well, you stay red pill. Duh.
Just telling you, I wouldn't harm a cow.
Not just. I understand.
I know, but we know that, but they don't know that though.
All right,
Duh.
fine.
Because you mentioned it,
I'm
now
blue
they're going to
pill.
wait
Come
for
on,
you to
I'm
say
blue
something about a cow.
For all intents and purposes to YouTube's like algorithm, I'm blue pilled. Let's just say that. Let's just say I'm blue pilled.
No,
I identify. I'm a red pill. I'm a red pill individual that identifies as blue pilled, masculine presenting, trans, lesbian, woman, midget.
So-
It's also underage and from Florida.
Are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that the YouTube censors are less likely to hit you, and you think you don't
Oh,
have?
they're gonna hit me immediately. No, they're gonna hit me. They're
Well,
gonna
no,
hit me.
because Yam's not doing something. Yam's not doing stuff that's egregious on his channel.
No, he's not.
No,
I don't
this
care.
channel.
Doing
No, this channel.
So I'm more
But
like
on
I'm
my
more
channel.
likely to get hit than Yam, and then MiGTOW the Wind's more likely to get hit than me.
I mean,
Right.
if I
Yeah,
started,
and then
And I'm more
I'm the
likely
least
to get
likely to
hit than double
No,
live.
but yo, they got core blood on me. They only got a dot of blood on you guys. They only got a dot.
It
So-
doesn't
They got
matter.
more on me
But the fact
too,
of
bro.
the fact of the matter
if
is,
I go
though,
hunting, can I go hunting? Am I allowed to go hunting?
Oh yeah, you got to.
Continue,
Like
Chief. Sorry, I wasn't trying to. I was just making a joke.
Damn
Your
it.
fine.
10th Amendment right to go hunting.
You were saying, as you were saying,
what?
You're talking about. You're teaching us about the algorithm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's typically like you just have to avoid certain things at a certain time. Like, now's a nice time to talk about crazy shit and like
So can I
you can
count?
talk about anything and sneak shit in. Like you can think in service secrets right about now because you're
But
you're well
the
after the time that you can actually do it.
still,
Um,
2019 are continuing to be
I was in Tennessee, right?
climate change, gay,
No.
lesbian,
No, you're not
bisexual,
talking about
trans,
that double
gender.
eye. You already done messed it up for yourself.
Oh, shit.
You should have just went on with the story without even talking about cows. You messed it up for yourself.
Fuck.
Hey,
Now you
hey,
got to bring it up in
It's
another
still animal
stream.
cruelty because
You got to bring it up
we
in
know
the
animal
stream
cruelty
nowadays.
is in the,
I
hey,
love
but we know
cows.
that
I'm gonna need
animal
some of y'all to
cruelty
do
is in the
something
cancel
real
culture now
fast.
because of
I'm
certain
telling you.
artifacts like
Your
Yeah, but
character's
Sadist
about to be
much more
assassinated if you
cows.
bring that up. You're going to be
Yeah.
you're going to be an Indian guy who hate cows, and all the Indian community's going to be looking at you like you crazy now.
Yeah. Right.
That's what we dealing with nowadays, Double I. That's what we dealing with
Exactly.
nowadays.
Exactly. Trigger.
And you know exactly how
culture,
you know exactly how Indians feel about cows. So
I know.
That's like white people hate money. Ooh.
Yeah, and if
Nah,
anybody
that's
hates
good.
on a certain person too much, you know who's gonna get a victim complex in this bitch like quicker than quicksand.
You know, one thing I've always, you know, one thing that
Go ahead, Win.
here's one thing that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to see what the see if a bull, to pet a bull, just once in my life.
Damn it, Win.
Behind the gate,
From
behind the
guy
gate, behind the
who
fence,
pokes tigers with a stick.
behind the fence, behind the fence.
Are you really that
Bull ain't
shocked?
gonna mess
Are
you
you
up.
really that shocked?
Go to
He's
Spain,
the
motherfucker.
type of motherfucker that would let a bull loose in a china shop.
Yeah, go to Spain. Yeah,
Listen,
that's
when you come to Vegas, I'm going to put you in a pit.
Spain. What?
Alrighty.
Put you in a pit, and then
come
whatever
Bobby
you
Link.
be in a room with, you just let me know, and
Just
I'll just
come
drop
Bobby
it in
Link.
the pit with you.
All right.
I want to fight a boa constrictor.
No problem. We can make that happen.
Hey, boa constrictors
Hell, I
aren't too
was just
bad.
doing that in the last.
It's easy.
What?
All I got to do is take you to Florida,
Right?
Right.
drop you off in the
I will
Everglades,
fight it.
pick you up an hour
Why
later.
sacrifice a
look
goat?
like
Why sacrifice a
boas.
goat when you can just drop it in an encampment with a boa constrictor?
I'd rather fly you to Florida.
Well, I rather, yeah. You know, it's sad that you can't sharpen the machete in the game, The Forest. You can't. You just get the base machete, and you don't get to like sharpen it. But what you can do is you can take tree sap and glue teeth or a bottle or shards of bottles to it, and then that makes it do more damage. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah,
Pretty
that's
interesting.
true. We was talking about all of that, but shrooms, right? All right. Well,
Shrooms.
around this time, and even in temperate climates, it's probably around your areas where you have a lot of oak trees in. Maybe not California, probably toward the more rural areas, maybe. It's called mushroom hunting for morels. Morel mushrooms. They're a different type than, of course, the portobello, the stuff that you see in the stores, but you don't see them much off in the stores, yet they're a delicacy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they have to be grown in a certain climate. They kind of look like they have a sponge top to it, but you got to be careful.
I think it's a dark climate and 50-something degrees.
Bring it up just a little bit. I'd say 62 to 72, somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that, and it's around this time, right? But if if they're bottom of oak trees, but first check to see if any of the mushrooms are flourishing. I mean, I don't give a damn what it is, lichens and whatnot, if they're starting to flourish, because it is around the springtime, right? But just before June, you get to see those morel mushrooms, and they caramelize just like portobellos and shiitakes. They do the same thing. That's why not a lot of people cultivate them much. But it's kind of a thing. It's kind of like a cross between. It's hunting. You're basically harvesting them at a certain time, and it is a wonderful thing. Just don't get no wood ticks near your shit, man. Cause that was a motherfucker 2 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've actually never been bitten by a tick.
Yeah, I have, man. That shit sucks. But
Ticks?
you gotta have. See, I smoke, so I just put my cigarette on the motherfucker.
So
and
you
release
said
I rubbed my skin with cigarette ashes.
You probably have, and you didn't know.
That's right. That's right. Anytime to win.
No,
Hey, what up, little Nicky?
Leeches,
Little Nicky in the house.
whoop, whoop. Hey, Nicky. Forest, baby.
Forest after this.
But you know what it is, fam. You know what it is, MiGTOW to win shit.
Yeah.
Them chicks ain't shit to fuck with, or you get that there lime, or shit, put that off on. I mean, yo, I'm gonna ring. Fuck it, I'm here. 2 years ago, man, these mosquitoes out in this motherfucker get bad. They're about as bad as Florida. They don't last as long, but they get just as bad because I'm near, I'm near a wet climate out here. And I got bit in the lip, man. I looked like Mushmouth from Fat Albert. I was talking like, every kid be. Motherfuckers was looking at my shit like, how the fuck did your lip get swollen? Yeah, it took me about 2 days and some ice, and I started feeling good a little bit afterwards. But yeah, man, back to that mushroom shit. Yeah, that is kind of like a special thing, a delicacy or whatnot out here. In addition to our fishing country, in addition to the biker shit out here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's kind of fun. Dudes ain't gonna tell you a bit more about that than I would.
Wow. Okay. So he grows. There's like
lived out
more of
here
it.
longer than I have.
Oh, got it. Well, I've actually lived out there for like 2 years. I never got into the shrooms, the mushroom culture thing, but I did know somebody who actually like had some, and I was like, oh, I was always curious about that. And then one day I actually did take some, and it was weird. Like, went to a party, and it was just like everybody was like looking at me. I was like, obviously I'm messed up, but I don't know what's wrong. And then I like went out in the garage. They were rapping, and they were like super intense, and I was just like, I like couldn't feel the vibe. It was weird. It was like the weirdest experience. And then you just feel everything, feel all the emotions in a room more. Like you just start to feel it. And what else happens when you're on? Like you almost lose control of your body. Like you lose your sense of touch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is when you're doing. So this is when you're doing what? Playing music around people, or what? What's going on?
What we were
I
talking
need to
about?
catch up with your story. My bad, though.
Huh?
We were talking about mushrooms. Talking about mushrooms, growing mushrooms.
Wait, how the hell did we get back to mushrooms?
But are you talking about psilocybin, the ones that are psychoactive?
That was like a while ago, though.
That you can eat in a dinner.
Oh, I don't mess with them. I don't know.
I was talking about psychoactive ones.
Okay. Well,
I never knew anybody that. Yeah, I know. I wasn't talking about the ones that I know you're talking about the ones that you would grow, but I don't even know. Like I'm saying, it's weird that I was in there was living there for 2 years, but I never heard about the way that people grow the actual mushrooms there to eat. I didn't know that was a good climate for it.
Well, it was not a place to just cultivate them, and that's what you're referring to, where they would cultivate it, and sometimes they would they would harvest it and put it out to the stores. You do not see morel mushrooms done that way, and if they are, they have dried them and preserved them and then served them in such a way. But out here, the morel mushroom, you could serve them the same way that you would as any other caramelized mushroom in a pizza or whatever like that. And that's what I may try in this next shit. But the psychoactive ones, good little quick little story. Let's end it real short. Took one, back in '99, shit, and I was 19 at the time, dog. And we had lace on the curtain, and I had some music, some fucking break beats or something going on. Usually the street light fucking lace pattern, and I would see the lace pattern all over the room, kind of like that, But no, not this time. I started seeing music notes all over the fucking room, like it was a disco ball of music notes in this motherfucker or some shit. That shit is cool.
That sounds like a good, kind of a good experience.
I don't know, man. Ayahuasca, I haven't tried that. I'm a lot from Mexico. Haven't tried it.
Yeah, right. Me neither.
Now I've gotten older, but
Double turn off your
man. Maybe I might get back into that.
The stream is skipping right now.
Oh
wow! It's skipping. Look
Yeah,
around.
God damn
it
it.
sound like a damn CD when Psychesoap was talking. It was like just jumping around to different parts of the song and shit.
Fuck! Now I gotta say the thing all over again. Hey yo, so when you do go on the psychoactive shit was awesome because shit, I mean, I would see all kinds of good shit, but it would be more of a body high, I guess.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. Yeah, exactly.
What is that, an
The
ayahuasca?
ones that
but it
you
will-
eat and you can grill are nice.
So which ones do
I
you
would've
recommend?
got-
Which ones do you recommend for just like someone, you know, trying to understand it?
Consciousness or for eating dinner?
Consciousness.
Consciousness, shit, starts first with the damn psilocybin. But yeah, you ain't gotta go cow tipping for it, guys. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go cow tipping for it. But the sad thing about it is that it grows around shit, you know?
Oh man.
So yeah,
So
that
what's
is what that is.
Because you are what you eat.
Yes, sir.
You are a shit
Asshole.
fucker.
Yeah, crazy. Man, that is something else. So yeah, with morels, I could just caramelize them, grill them, and we're big on bass, walleye, and stuff out here because we like to go fish. Meat shortage? Are you fucking serious? Even when that fucking thing, the thing that Duzane told y'all about, where the fucking plant got hit, the pork plant and everything. Nah, that didn't slow us down at all. We still had meat going on locally. That's what made the local ranchers move in. Thank goodness. Because, they stomped their foot in the game at the right time. You know what? And just like that guy said, the best time to start a business or to revive a business is when the economy crashes. Right as soon as it crashes, that's when you start your business. Because all kinds of need is all around,
True story.
Wow.
Say what?
You're absolutely right.
All right.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I see less than a lot of meat at Walmart. There's a lot of blank spaces at Walmart. But why do I go to the local grocery and that shit is filled to the brim?
Because we're so conditioned for convenience.
You got
Yeah,
it.
the convenience is what keeps us in the system. But yeah,
Not just
right.
that, brother, but globalism. If it
We
is
also have to take consideration
big,
too.
Yeah.
Everybody except for Walmart relies on local and regular farmers basically, whereas Walmart relies on
Pico.
anybody and everybody basically in the whole entire world, so you can get your product for cheap any time of the year. Because there's no way in hell you can tell me you're selling bananas around the clock on a regular basis, or you're selling me tomatoes in the middle of dead of winter.
Yeah. Yo, they fire people so quickly in those companies too. If you think about it, such a high turnover in those kinds of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conditions, it's not unionized and all of that shit like it used to be. But then again, unions have, in a way, outlived their purpose. But you do get a lot of quality products in unionized
it's not the fact that the
factories.
unions outlived their purpose. It's the fact that the unions got too fucking greedy. There's a
Yes,
big
they
difference.
did. And which
Third party,
outlived their purpose. That's how they outlived their purpose. That's how they got to be the way that they were.
Actually, I think the term you're looking for, they've overstepped their bounds with the greed.
You're correct.
No, they just got greedy. They didn't overstep their bounds. They just got greedy. Because if they would overstep their bounds, that means the people that the people who they're fighting for would get screwed even more than what they really are.
Yeah, we wouldn't be so
But
used to things
that's
if they actually
not the case.
rose up
They
and
just got greedy. They just got greedy for the working man and the union dues to the point where they pretty much priced their asses out of work.
Yeah.
You pretty much did say what my man was summarizing, though, Tico. I mean,
well, no,
that
because
is
if you
right.
overstep your your boundaries, when you overstep your boundaries as a union, you're not only screwing the company, you're screwing your employees too.
And they're forcing, and like you had just mentioned, they do raise up the dues, but
Well,
at
no,
the
the
same
dues stay
time
the
too,
same.
they do force.
Well, no, the
Well,
dues stay the
sometimes they
same.
do
It's
that.
a percentage of. It's basically a percentage of what it is for the most part. So it's always going to be the same percentage, unless they all
Okay.
vote to raise it again. But
You're
the
right
thing is, though, what happens
on
with
that.
that is, now if they would
They force
overstep
their
their boundaries,
political views on you too.
yeah. But if they would overstep their boundaries, then the union dues would have doubled or tripled or quadrupled, and their employees probably be making less, and the union rep would probably make the more money, and the rest of the union would pocket all the damn money. So the money would go up to the top instead of coming down to the bottom, if they would overstep their boundaries.
You were on to something there. Damn, wouldn't that make that overstepping their boundaries if they are forcing their political views on you?
No, because 9 times out of 10, most of the people that believe in this, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to vote Democratic Party any damn way.
Yeah.
Because they're blue
I think
collar
no matter
workers,
what
and they believe that the
candidate it is,
Democrats
they'll
are
have
for
to.
them. Because
Yeah.
they're not exactly the
Yeah.
rich fat cats like they believe
They're not.
perceive the Republicans to be.
Yeah.
What's that famous comedian that said he was waiting in line to vote for Trump, and all these other people were, Trump supporters everywhere around him and everything like that, but they were acting a certain way because Dave Chappelle. What was that favorite line? My famous or favorite line that he always says. He ain't working for you. He's working for me. He ain't working for you, man.
He's working for me, yeah.
He's working for me.
That's true.
Right.
And I wouldn't trade places for you, and I'm rich. And that was said by motherfucking Chris Rock. But yo.
Oh wow.
He was basically saying, you see, there's a white one-legged man who basically would ride out being white, basically, instead of trading places with Chris Rock.
True.
Yeah, I'm liking this shit out here, where
Hashtag don't hate on Peggy.
Oh, good
Peggy.
Lord.
Who the fuck is
Oh, Jesus.
that's different.
for
That's
Peggy.
different than Karen.
Yeah.
That's different than Karen and Susan. Who the fuck is Peggy?
Yeah, Penelope, but she goes by Peggy.
Penelope Pit Stop. You know what I'm saying? I thought Penelope usually goes by Penny.
Peggy
I don't know, man.
Or Penny. Oh yeah, wait, no, but the Peggy it's still not it's still short for something though, but I don't know.
Come on, tell me you guys aren't getting it, right? All right, let me help you understand.
Penelope Pit Stop. What does that sound familiar?
What do you call?
There used to
what
be
do
a
you-
cartoon.
Yeah, no.
What do you call?
She used to be a part of the wacky races, basically.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do you name a girl? One leg shorter than the other.
Peggy.
Peggy.
Eileen.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Anyway, we're going to have to wrap up this lovely live stream. I got a
And then what do
notice
you
from
call?
YouTube.
What do you call a girl with one leg missing?
That's
Peggy.
Peggy. There you go. Now you got it.
I have to wrap up this live stream because I got a notification from YouTube because, my videos are uploading the next fucking day. So I hit my limit.
Did you run a report?
Huh?
Did you report it?
No, I just got a notification that I hit my limit for the day for live stream.
Damn it.
Because all my videos been uploading the next day.
Oh,
Like my video from yesterday, my video from yesterday uploaded like 7 hours ago.
because it was waiting until the next day ticked.
Yeah, literally, all my live streams
Yeah.
wait until the next day. So now it's like one of them things where it's like now I gotta sort shit out, basically.
Psychesoap has no charisma. Oh, this is bullshit. Take out.
That's YouTube for you.
Okay.
Plus, I did do like 10 live streams in a matter of like 2 days, basically. So
that explains it.
Well, they take 16 hours for them to upload them, so therefore they fall on the next day. So it kind of sort of messes up my viewership for the day when it actually happened, and it kicks it all to the next day.
Fuck it, bro. End it. End it. Just end it.
End it. Just tell us. Do it.
End this shit.
This has been a Tigo Trend live stream. Thank you for joining.
This is Marianne. Subscribe to Marianne.
Subscribe to all
brother.
these people on the panel. Subscribe to Baron Yam. Subscribe to MiGTOW to win. Subscribe to Double I, aka Lost Dad, and subscribe to
Never
Psychesoap.
subscribe to Psychesoap. He has no charisma. Yeah.
And if you like me, you can sub if you want to, or just hang around and just be a lurker. Either way, why don't you comment in the comment section? I don't care.
As always, thank you.
Thank y'all for coming, and I really appreciate the second live stream. Y'all have a good
Have a
one.
blessed day. Thank you.
Bye, my beggar.
Y'all are a trip.